How to play Poppy Playtime Factory Frenzy. Assemble your Huggy Wuggy, place them into the center slot on the board. Grab the four colored moving pieces and you put it on your four starting spots in whatever order you want to. Just make sure they are face up. If you're playing with two or three players, you're going to grab six of the tokens, put them face down that are not being used in the game, and then you're each going to take turns spreading them around the board, putting them on spots. These are called decoys, and you'll be able to jump over these, and Wuzzy can attack them as well. Turn, you can do one of two things. First, you can just move one space like that, or like this, or like that. Super exciting. If you land on a crate, then you get a toy. Place it on top of yourself. Your goal is now to get this to one of your exits, which will be your matching color across the board. With the movement is if you have one of the claw hands, you can only jump over something in one. Thing to know about movement is when jumping over pieces, these little claw hands can only jump over one piece. And the regular hands can jump over as many pieces as they would like, as long as you never return to a space that you already visited that turn. And you can never jump over Huggy Wuggy, obviously. Let's talk about Huggy Wuggy, because whenever you jump over a piece on your turn, you are going to spin the Huggy Wuggy spinner and look and see which quadrant he's facing. And if anyone is in that quadrant, he is going to go to them and he is going to attack them. So he would go right there. This piece would get flipped over, and in a two or three player game, and since that's a decoy, that would just go out of the game. However, if that was a player piece, that player piece would then go back to a player's starting spot, and you can put it in whichever one you want. And if you had a toy there, your toy would go back over here. For many times you jumped on a turn, that's how many times you're going to spin and move Huggy Wuggy. So he could be moving around and wrecking people. If Huggy Wuggy needs to move and there's no one in his path, he moves half of the way to the caution tape rounded up. So in this instance, there's six spaces away. He would move three spaces in this direction. Also, if you ever start your turn and he's supposed to in the corner and he's supposed to go this way, he just bounces back out whichever direction it is. So for instance, let's say, he's right here and he's supposed to go that way, then he would come this way and attack them. So you can't go past the caution tape unless it is your specific color. So that would not be legal. And obviously you can't go out people's exits. Now let's talk about exiting plays and how to win the game. So when you exit with just a regular claw hand, boom. First things first, this claw hand is now out of the game. That is one step closer to you winning the game. He will not return to the board. This toy, however, is going to get flipped in the air like a coin, and if it lands on the ruined black side, you put it back in the pile. Wah, wah, wah. You don't have a toy, and you need to collect one toy and get all four of your pieces out to win the game. Now, if you exit with a hand, stuff's going to get crazy. And we'll talk about how that works and wrap up this how to play in part two.